Why should you book your tickets for London Card Show? Welcome back to Shelby on Safari, the place where I, a wild animal biologist and Pokemon trainer, love to combine my passions into one. And often that means I'm lucky enough to go to card shows all over the UK. Recently, I went to the London Card Show in November. I've been an ambassador for the London Card Show for a long time, and I have some of my top tips as well as my 3 biggest reasons why you should book your tickets for the London Card Show. So you ready? Join the safari and let's go see why you need to come to London Card Show. Right off the bat, my favorite aspect of London Card Show is getting to meet other trainers. Whether that's by hosting a panel on stage with my friend Professor Dan, encouraging trainers of all ages to share their Pokedex knowledge, or a new favorite part of the London Card Show for myself, getting to host VaultX battles and really get to chat with each and every one of you that comes by. With that in mind, at the November Card Show, I was lucky enough to meet fellow YouTuber Wooperr. Wooperr is starting out on their own YouTube journey by also opening Pokemon packs and visiting card shows. So be sure to check out his video, Wooperr, I challenge you to a Pokemon pack battle in February. You up for it? Reason why you need to get your tickets for the London Card Show is, well, quite simply, there's not just cards. Don't be fooled by the name London Card Show. Yes, there are plenty of cards to choose from sporting cards to Pokemon TCG, you name it, they probably have it. But there's also a lot of other creatives selling their incredibly cute items, like this cute Ninetales pen. I was torn between going for the pen or the charm, but I thought I'd end up going for the pen because I have to wear a lanyard usually at work, and so then I can put my little Ninetales pen on it and represent. And of course, it wouldn't be London Card Show for myself without buying a plushie. This year, well, it had to be another Ninetales. I clocked it while talking with some friends, and I ran over and had to buy it because not often is Ninetales appearing in plushie form. It's usually, oh, where did it go? It's usually Vulpix, which, yeah, I picked up this Vulpix too thanks to Pikachu Palace. So definitely tons of plushies to be found at London Card Show, which is very dangerous indeed. My third reason as to why you need to get your tickets for London Card Show is kind of a mix of the first one, but more directed towards the vendors. At London Card Show, there are some opportunities for you to chat with the vendors directly. Yes, of course, sometimes you can be cheeky and barter, but I really enjoy chatting with them and finding out what they're excited about to have brought to London Card Show, whether that be a specific card, a set, whatever it may be. And being able to have those conversations is what I value most in the TCG community, is just that sense of community. So being able to chat with the vendors is really quite fun. In fact, let's go meet some of the vendors from the November London Card Show now. I'm with Trix N Chaos. How have you been finding London Card Show so far?
Yeah, it's very good. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of product. You can see evolving skies, and we got all the 151. All these things that are supposed to be rare, but in Ireland we have so much of it, and we bring it over to London.
So this is the first London Card Show that you've been vending at. How have you found it?
To be honest, the people that we've met here are so gracious, so friendly. Everyone has been accommodating. And actually the customers who you meet, you can learn something from everyone you meet here. Wonderful people, wonderful event. I would recommend everyone that.
And what would you say for someone who hasn't vended before? What was kind of a lesson learned from your perspective as a vendor?
My advice would be to get 2 tables. Okay. Because we got 1 table.
Yeah.
But the nature of the product is that it blocks itself, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to display everything you have correctly. 1 table is really not enough. And bring lots of change and be prepared to negotiate a little bit. If you're rigid on your prices, it's not a good customer experience.
other half of the Nerdy Side podcast. You've been helping out Pokédom here at London Card Show.
Yep.
How has it been on the other side of the table?
Strange. It's been really weird, but I've really enjoyed it at the same time. Like, I didn't know what to expect. It's been so busy. Like, I think I did a quick walk round this morning when we set up, and then I've been behind the stall ever since. So yeah, I'm ready to go home and put my feet up.
Now, what is the most surprising part of helping out kind of the vendors?
Everyone wants a little bit of like bar, you know, it's all part of the fun, but there's been loads of trades come in, so yeah, it's been good to see like what people have got, swapping cards, having a look through their like collection. But I did manage to pick up. I couldn't say no.
Are you going to keep it sealed?
I'm very tempted to.
So, Nerdy Side Up podcast, what is on the agenda for the new year?
There'll be a few shows that we're attending. There might be something we've got lined up that's a little bit under wraps, but keep your eyes out. Hopefully we're going to come back here, me and Ben, but be on the other side and do that. And there might be a Comic-Con involved, all depending on how our diaries look.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, what inspired the latest addition to the crew, or crew neck, should I say, line?
Well, Pidgeotton, you know, she's a classy bird. Pokemon that often gets overlooked. My wife likes watching Bridgerton. I was just sat on the sofa one day, she was watching it. I had the iPad out and I just suddenly popped into my head, why not Pidgeotton?
Are you serious?
Yeah, so
that's amazing.
Just drew it up and here we are.
I love like the fancy swirls as well. That really adds the distinguished look.
Oh, absolutely. You know,
to Pidgeotton.
As I said before, she's a classy bird, so Pigeon needs to go everywhere in style. Broidered as well for the finer touch rather than printed. Rather than printed.
Oh, and I can confirm it is really soft in the inside, and after washing it stays soft, because there's nothing more annoying than getting a nice cozy jumper or sweater or sweatshirt, depending where in the world you're at, and it bubbling. What would you say is your best seller?
New Balance does sell very well. Honestly, at each show I have a new bestseller, and it's so hard to predict.
But New Balance, I'd like to see, because it's the kids range as well.
People have asked me enough about kids that I finally decided to take the plunge. I thought New Balance was the most sort of fun design to go with that, because you could change the colour up so many times. See, I've got it on mint, white with pink, blue with white, black with white, and also Shadow, made by my good friend DCH Collects on Instagram. That is proven to be one of the all-time best sellers t-shirts, and who doesn't love a Gengar, who doesn't love Wooperr?
Okay, so
there's some gems.
Yeah, there's some real gems. So I came to the London Card Show on the Sunday, and I went into a bargain bin, and I picked up, some of my followers and whatnot will know this one, some of this classic DC Skybox trading cards from 1994. So what is that, 30 years old now?
Allegedly
30 years old. But I think what people want to see are the good stuff. This is a deep cut Princess Gwenverse. If anyone remembers, this was a TV show. I'm not even sure if I saw it. I might have seen this when I was in the Philippines, not even in England. I've also got, a bit of Pepsi Cola for you, shall we? Nice. 5 cents. 5 cents for a Pepsi Cola. And then the one that I think you and I bonded over.
There we are.
Only who can prevent forest fires?
Only you.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, behind it, Flintstones.
Oh my goodness.
Who was that? Rick Moranis and
Rosie
John Goodman and Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
There you go.
How can folks get their hands on these weird and wonderful random packs?
I'm so glad you asked.
Not planned at all.
So I'm from Blank Cover Podcast. We are a podcast about comic books and geek culture, and we're on everywhere you find podcasts: Spotify, Audible, the lot. But you can also find me doing some pack rips on Whatnot. I think for Christmas, I'm going to do like a mega mystery trading card pack thing. And maybe some of these will end up either as like special bonus packs you get in there, or something like that.
Because you also randomly chuck in some Marvel and Pokemon.
And Pokemon and DC. Oh yeah, check this out. I broke into this. Someone told me open this. I was trying to trade it. And someone said, because I got it from Target for like $10, someone said, oh no, don't trade it, open it, because you might get an Evolving Skies. Kid you not, I opened it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Look at that. Is it upside down? No way, I did it the right side. Hey, right way up. Yeah, so it's been a fun one. It's been a fun Sunday at the London Card Show.
I'd also like to shout out my friend Steve the Collector. He kindly gifted me this incredible Ninetales Luminous Frost deck. Will I open it? Probably not. But will I admire the beautiful Alola Ninetales card that's hidden in there and the artwork? Yes, I will. All right, so my 3 top tips if you've never been to London Card Show before, or maybe you have. Either way, these are for you. Tip number 1 is make sure that you have a portable battery charger for your phone. Chances are you'll be using your phone whether to vlog like our friend Wooperr, or maybe checking eBay for the latest sold price so you can be a bit cheeky with your offer to the vendors. Chances are you will use your phone, especially if you're paying by like Apple Pay or things like that. Most vendors do accept Apple Pay and card payment. However, I find it really useful to have some kind of cash on me for some of the little cheeky purchases. For example, I'm trying to complete Silver Tempest, and there's some reverse holo cards that I need that are only like 50 cents or so, but I don't really want to use my card for a transaction that small, so having cash on hand is always a good idea. My second top tip for the London Card Show is actually a bit cheeky. I would say bring a lunch. While there are plenty of food vendors on site, the queues can be quite long. And well, I'm really keen to spend as much time chatting with the vendors and looking at cards. However, sometimes waiting in the queue outside, sitting outside and eating your lunch is a nice break from the hustle and bustle of the card show. So it's really up to you and your priority for the day. Do you want as much time in the card show as possible? If so, stop and grab a meal deal ahead of time and bring it with you. Now, there are bag storing facilities on site, which is really useful, especially if you're staying over on the Saturday night. So don't feel like you have to carry your heavy backpack and suitcase around throughout the card show. So be nice to your bag. My third top tip for the London Card Show, especially if you've not been to one before, is really take a look at the social media pages ahead of time and/or check out the official brochure when you get there. Because inside there is a whole lot of information about like the lineups on the main stage if there's any panels you want to see, but also the floor plan layout. And in November, it was quite interesting because they actually have expanded to have 2 separate floors. So there was the main floor, which was the usual kind of common area, but there was also a separate area down below that had a whole host of other vendors. It was kind of hard to do it in one day, if I'm being honest with you. I really needed to go on both the Saturday and the Sunday. If you can come for both days, it's worth it because there is so much to do for Pokemon trainers of all ages. London Card Show do a great job of hosting lots of events throughout the day for kids, but still plenty of areas for adults to chill and relax and also have fun as well. In fact, the last few London Card Shows, tickets have sold out, so you might as well get yours now, especially since the holiday season's coming up and might make a great cheeky holiday gift. Thanks so much to London Card Show and Vault for having me back at London Card Show. I hope to see many of you at the February show, whether that be joining me on stage with Professor Dan, testing your Pokedex knowledge, or maybe let's have a pack battle with our friends at Vault. Either way, get your tickets now before they sell out. To keep your adventure going, why not check out some of my vlogs on other card shows and Pokemon adventures by clicking on the playlist here. Go and click it. I'll see you over there. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!